Hi, welcome to my channel. I feel like I haven't really done an intro. Not that that's really necessary. Some people like them, some people don't. I've been getting a little bit more requests for the video I made. If you look at my shorts about like the #1 underarm hack, I got so many compliments on that look. Like, I mean, I filmed it a year ago, but I've been getting more comments around like the details of it. And then I was looking back at that video when I filmed that look. I didn't really say what I used, and so I decided to recreate it. And I hope you stick around. And let's just say it was a bit of a whirlwind because I just wasn't really sure on like how I did the look. But honestly, it's just like mostly pink eyeshadow, and you'll figure that out once you watch the video. And so yeah, I hope you stick around. And if you're new, once again, welcome. Feel free to check out my other videos and figure out if I'm your cup of tea or not. My face is already primed, so honestly, like I guess this is more of like a tutorial, like how to. Whatever primer you have, whatever works for you, put it on. And mine is pretty much tacky and ready to go. I recently have been kind of just like waiting to do my brows like at the end, because to be honest with y'all, sometimes like I'll fill in my brows and then it just disappears by the time my makeup is done. So I'm just gonna like fill in my brows just like a little bit, just so I could like have something to work with. I mean, the main focus of this look is just the pink look, but honestly, like if you have multiple shades of pink eyeshadow that you already have, just work with that. Honestly, like I've been loving like a brow like pen, because before when I first would use it, to be honest with you, like I probably was not the best person to use it. I just didn't really know how to use it that well, but now I can say like it works really well. Like I don't really feel the need to use like a brow pencil, so I've just been like it takes a little bit to get used to, I'm not gonna lie, but once you get used to it, then you're good. But do whatever order you want, but I'm just like filling in my brows just to kind of like have like something to work with, and then like, you know, we'll move on to like the main look, which is the eyeshadow. Actually, yes, I'm supposed to be turning this into a freaking short. Like I really have not been posting as much on my shorts. Freaking massacre going on, and I said this before, like I just don't feel right. I think I used like 2 different shades. Okay, I think I used a shade like this. It's almost like purple-y. I'm not sure. Dang it. I'm like kind of like low-key stressing over this because it's for the first time. I'm like, what did I use? So let's just like put it on my lid and let's see. Okay, this is more purpley, but I feel like on my skin tone, it pulls off as pink. It's kind of looking familiar. I actually used like a pink blush and like a pink color in here. Hopefully the camera's like picking up on it. I used, I think like, I'm just like, honestly y'all, I'm just gonna like wing it. So I'm just applying this like all over the lid. Like find a shade of pink you like, pink, purple, mix it, whatever you wanna do, and just apply it all over the lid. And that is, I'm just packing it on so that it can be seen. Obviously, if you are a lighter complexion, you might have to do this as much, but I'm just like packing it on. And then I'm like slowly, like I'm bringing it up a little bit higher. Like this is my crease, like the brow, the crease, whatever bone you wanna call this, the fold. I'm bringing it a little bit past that. And that's where I pretty much bring in my bronzer shade to kind of like mesh the two together. Whatever bronzer shade you have, and that's pretty much what I'm gonna use as my transitional shade, just like for my crease, just to warm it up a little bit to soften up the colors. And I'm not bringing it up. I'm literally just keeping it right there. Keeping it low. Literally, I feel like the brow, like the lashes is what like makes this look. But yeah, it's just a pink and purple look, and you can mix the two or your favorite pink look. Yeah, this looks familiar. We're just gonna stop blending because we don't want it to like disappear. Yeah, I'm gonna add a little bit more purple, just like a little bit more, because why not? Just because I want it to pop a little bit, because the bronzer just kind of like tone it down a little bit. But yeah, that's it. I actually kind of like the bronzer kind of toned it down a little bit, so let me maybe add a little bit bronzer at the top. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. Next step is just whatever foundation you prefer. Just do your skin, like your skin like normally. I'm of course gonna go in with my Danessa Myricks. I actually wore this all on its own. Wow, could not get that out. And it was actually really nice. I was like, oh, like I just made sure that I was getting I was trying to get like an even base, and I think that did really well. Like it was super easy. It wasn't that difficult at all. I feel like the problem is for me when I use the Danessa Myricks, I'm always like in a rush, and I mean there's so many uses for this, and I kind of want to make a video on that, but I was just kind of like, oh, like I can also just like use it on its own. You just have to take your time with it, especially because I was using a small little brush. I know she just recently came out with like a thick, like I'm gonna insert it here, but like a thick like brush, and I literally commented, I was like, this looks like an amazing brush for full coverage. And they were like, you get it. And I was like, yeah girl, trust me, I know. I love playing in color sometimes. Like pink is like kind of like my safe color option to use, to be honest with y'all. Okay, I want this to be a full coverage, so I'm gonna go in with foundation. Yeah, I just want this to be like a full coverage situation, not like, you know. And I don't have the patience to be using this tiny little brush. It's actually really good for concealer. I used it the other day and I was like, it made my I'm gonna show y'all, like damn it, that's what I meant to do. The other day I tried a technique where, you know, the same technique where you apply foundation or concealer before you do your face, and then I apply a little bit more, and literally it was so freaking nice. And of course I was like in a rush. Like literally, like your makeup always turns out better, or sometimes just ends up turning out better when you're literally in a rush. And I'm like, why is that? I have to be honest with you, I have not been on point with my skincare, which by the way, like that's okay. What I mean by on point is like, I don't know, I just feel like I'm not treating my skin that well. like I'm just not, like, to be honest with you, like I just feel like I'm not really treating my skin that well. So that is what I mean. Biggest thing is letting the concealer sit for as long as I can, because that definitely makes a difference. So while the concealer is sitting, I'm actually gonna go in with my eyelashes. So the lashes that I used were actually lashes from Amazon. And I'm looking right here, I don't really see them. I'm kind of tempted to just go in with my usual lashes that I've been obsessing over. Not here. They're like Porter. Let's blend out this concealer. So I'm gonna use this like really tiny dense brush that I was using for my foundation earlier. I personally love using this. This actually might be good to be using since the foundation color and with the concealer will actually blend out the concealer really, really well. So just blending it out. I probably should have sprayed my face with setting spray, but you can choose to do that or don't. It also depends on like if you're gonna be heading out the house. Some people might just, like for me, I'm just recording this. I'm not going anywhere. I don't know, y'all. I would like to be the person like my homebody, like, you know, whatever fall series, like that is very much like my go-to. Like that's definitely like me. It's just a matter of like, I don't know, y'all, every time you step outside, you gotta spend money. I think that's the biggest thing for me. And also just like, I'm a homebody, but like, I would like to be able to just step outside. But every time you step outside, why are we spending like $100? Like literally $100 is the new $20. I mean, I can't speak for other people, but like, I'm not saying every time you have to step outside, you're spending money, but in general, it's like, here, the MTA, you step outside, you're spending $2.90. And of course, my extra light just went out, but hopefully this looks fine. But like every time you step outside, you're spending $2.90 to the MTA. Why would I want to do that on my own? Sorry, not sorry. No. I personally don't want to be giving the MTA $2.90 every time. And then for you to go, I don't know. It's just like, I don't know. And also just like anytime you want to do anything too, like it's just like a lot of money. But back to my point, I just feel like every time when you step outside, it's like, why do I have to spend money? Like, call me cheap, but like, and obviously if I had it, it would be a problem. But I just feel like also just like, why is everything so freaking expensive and everything? And also just like on top of like, you know, working and everything, it's just hard having to, and also just find the energy too to do all that. Like I would love to go outside and do all these different things, but like you also gotta find the energy to do it. And it's like, oh, I don't know. Society just okay, this is exactly the look that I did, and this is perfect. I'm glad I was able to redo it because I would have felt so bad. Like this free drink from like this like boba shop place. I think it was like if you spent 20 bucks and you could get a free drink. And I left it overnight because the boba was like this size. It's actually a really good tea. I don't know what tea it is, but it has like lemons and limes in it. But I feel like it would have been a good tea if I drank it the night of, but unfortunately I was so full from my boba that I couldn't. But this is actually not bad. Y'all, we gotta find this lashes. I need to honestly do a better job of taking care of my lashes. This isn't even funny anymore. Find a pair of lashes that you love and that you love wearing. But yeah, but the lashes that I did use in that last video, that I will just link them down below. But the lashes that I'm just using right now are just like a random pair of lashes. I think that was probably gifted to me through something that I ordered. I don't know, but yeah. Because the other option would have been these, and I feel like this is a little bit too much, and you would not be able to possibly like probably see the, you know, the eye look. But yeah, whatever lashes you like, I'm just putting on a pair of lashes because I feel like this look will do better with a pair of lashes in my opinion. So that's what I'm doing. So I'm just putting on these right here. I'm waiting for these lashes to dry. I'm gonna put the same colored eyeshadow on my lower lashes. So the same colors you add in your lower lashes, your top, you're gonna add at the bottom. So I'm just gonna go in while these lashes are drying and just add it to my lower lashes to really kind of like pull the look together. Because I feel like you could wear it like this, but I feel like the reason why I like the look so much was because whatever I did at the top is what you should probably do at the bottom. Same one right here, my jacked up palette right here. And just added the lower lashes, just kind of like, but I pretty much just did this, like pack on the pink to your likeness, and then you find like a smaller brush, and then you add the, oops, just trying to connect this, the bronzer, like closer to your waterline. So you just kind of like, it doesn't have to be perfect, just enough so that it can be seen, you see, and then I'm connecting it at the bottom here. Like I don't want it to just be like right here and then there's nothing here. So I'm just like connecting the two. If your eyes water, it's okay. I know some people, when I used to do people's makeup, oh my gosh, there was this girl. This is like, when I did makeup, I meant like literally on college campus type of thing, not like professional or anything like that. And I will never forget, I think I was like doing her waterline and I wasn't even that close, but just some people, you know, they just like, her eyes just started watering like nonstop. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with my bronzer with like this very small brush right here, just like to really get in like right here. Right here. Right here. I feel like this warms up the pink a little bit because it is a very cool pink. But right here, okay. Look at that, see that? I don't know if you can tell, but literally, it just kind of like really, I don't know, just adds like some depth to the lower lashes instead of just being like straight up pink. I'm gonna put my lashes off camera, like the other one, and then I'll just like come back. So again, this is why I need lash curlers, because why is this slanted like that? And then this one, you know what I mean? So I had to do a lot of like doing this with the lashes to make sure that they stay up. Like, y'all, I'm so freaking over this. I don't understand why these lashes are doing this, but I'm gonna put on some mascara and hopefully they just kind of like stay where they're supposed to be. But the main thing right now is the blush. So I actually, for the blush, ended up just using the same eyeshadow or just like a pinkish shade. I kind of kept it the same for the blush if I'm looking correctly. So for the blush, I'm just gonna use like a shade like this, to be honest with you, just like this, nothing too crazy. I wanted it to also meet the eyeshadow. So I just kind of like, you know, right here. Ooh, this is pigmented, of course. So I'm focusing it right here. You know, literally that dent right here. Just kind of like bring it down. And then I just tend to just go around my temples a little bit with the blush, but just kind of focusing it where the eyeshadow is, like right here. Literally, I'm just building this up to like however much I like. Some people like a lot of blush. I'm kind of in between. I would say this is a lot of blush, but I feel like it's all still like, you know, wearable, which I don't want to say wearable because you can still wear a lot of blush and have it be wearable, because who decides what's wearable when it comes to makeup. But yeah, so this looks pretty good to me. Oh, that's so freaking pretty. Okay, so I am done with my blush placement. And I think that's like pretty much it. I might want to add a little bit more because I feel like I had a little bit just kind of like more like blush in the video, but then again, I'm like, Brenda, but then again, who cares? So I feel like I'm gonna add a teeny tiny bit more, but I freaking love this blush palette. Like, this is the BH Cosmetics. I'm like, is BH Cosmetics still around, by the way? Like, but this is their glamorous blush 10 color blush palette. I mean, I've had this for a really long time. I don't see a reason personally for me to, you know, get rid of it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But then I know there's like, you know, makeup expires, but I'm like, I don't know. That's it. So I'm just like kind of bringing it up slightly up to my, like, I'm not putting it under my eyes. Like, I don't really like the line of demarcation. So I'm just trying to just like, you know, put it, just slightly bring it up. So when I do this, it's just to make sure there's not like really like a harsh line. And as you can see here, this looks pretty good. Okay, tell me if that's a little bit better where I can like actually see, because I feel like with the lighting and everything, there's like a lot going on. So yeah, anyway, I'm basically done. Oh, I forgot to do my bottom lashes. Yeah, so I just feel like it really pulls the look together. Bronzer on, I'm actually gonna use the same, you know, blush brush. I just want to like put some like warmth to my face right here, just like on my side profile. And so I'm gonna do that. You know, just... Looking back, because I remember I used the Jackie Aina palette, and I actually ended up using the color Supreme as a blush color. I'm gonna add a little bit apples of my cheek is how you call it right here. If I can tell like this. I'm just gonna put it a little bit, just, whoop! Okay, that's a little too much. Ooh. Hope you all enjoyed this video. If you made it this far, you are a real one. If you have any video recommendations for the future, I have a couple videos in mind for the end of the year, but if you have any suggestions, I will gladly take them. And I think that's pretty much it. All right, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.